What's going on, Reapers? It's Devon Sayers of Reaper Training, and today we're gonna get into the supplement series. So originally I was gonna make this like a condensed kind of video, try to see if I could hit all of them at once. But then I tried to make the video and it was like 17 minutes long. So I said I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna talk about each supplement differently because they all do different things and they all have a lot of falsehoods that come with it. I think I'm going to start with creatine, because creatine seems to be the most misconstrued like supplement ever. I don't know what it is about creatine, I don't know here, but there's a lot of misconceptions that come with creatine. So to start off with, no, creatine is not steroids. Creatine is not steroids at all. I think that's everybody who's a bodybuilder or knows some things about fitness. If you know about creatine and you hear somebody call it steroids, is like, it's hilarious because it's like, what? Fuck no.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Man, I don't know about no damn steroids, man. Creatine don't do half of that shit. For one, creatine, the main thing creatine does is it raises up your ATP in your muscles, and it also helps you retain some of your glycogen, which is a lot of people call water weight. So number one, like I said before, when you're working out and you're lifting heavy, you're exacerbating your ATP and your glycogen to its highest extent. However, the higher ATP you have, and then the higher glycogen that you have, the more you can lift. Now creatine raises both of those, so you're actually lifting heavier for a longer period of time. So you're tearing apart more muscles, which means that you're building more muscle. Now, the only thing about creatine though is that when your creatine levels are high, that's when it's raised. But if you stop taking creatine if you don't take it daily and very consistently, it kind of comes out of your body, and then some of those higher ATP levels and that higher glycogen starts to reduce a little bit. A lot of times why people say that creatine is like a steroid, because as soon as you stop taking it, they notice that they get a little bit lighter and then a little bit weaker. But that's really just because your ATP levels kind of fell back a little bit, so you're being brought back to a regular stage. Now, creatine is still very, very useful because, again, you're lifting more, you're building more muscle. Some of that muscle is gonna stick after some time. You have to be consistent with doing it. And if you're very particular on your protein and your diet and your lifting schedule, and all that is optimized fully, then that creatine is going to be super, super beneficial to what you're trying to do. Now, there's a misconception that creatine makes you fat. Nope. Again, that's just glycogen. First of all, creatine isn't even a calorie based. It's not calorie based at all. It's not really food. You get it from food. It's more so plentiful in red meat and types of beef and things like that. But it's not a food. You can't really get fat off of it. Another misconception is that creatine is like chemically based, like scientists made it, and that's also not true. Creatine you get from food, and that's gonna be the kind of like the main topic in all these supplements. Everything that you're getting from a supplement store, whether that be GNC, whether that be the vitamin shop, bodybuilder.com, anything that you get as a supplement, you can normally get from food, unless you're taking something that's been chemically modified, right? So creatine you can get from food, obviously protein you can get from food, amino acids, food. Most of the vitamins and stuff that you take, anything that you have in like a testosterone boost or anything like that, all of those, if you look in the back of these bottles, they're all extracts and types of food and roots and plants and things like that you can all get yourself. So anything that you take as a supplement can be taken separately. You can take it the natural way, but again, supplement is just to help. So if you're trying to build muscle, even if you're trying to lose weight, creatine is going to be huge for you because you can maintain more muscle because you're still working out. You know, if you're cutting back your calories, your glycogen levels are very, very low. Your ATP levels are lower because you're not eating as much. So the creatine can help you retain some of that muscle a little bit. You're still going to lose some, but it can make it a lot less detrimental if you want to. So this was the supplement. This is the start of the supplement series. That was the creatine. Next, we're going to go into protein, and then after that, probably testosterone boosters. Testosterone boosters is going to be a fun one. Y'all are really confused about testosterone. So y'all have a great night, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We don't chase dreams, we hunt goals. Reaper Training. Catch y'all next time.